have two heavyweight champions, Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. They've never met in the ring, but I believe that whenever they meet, and there's also a possibility that they could meet in the near future, that will be an exciting fight.
The Knockout Zone.
So first of all, I'm going to concentrate on Daniel Dubois, and I want to see where his strengths are. To begin with, these two champions, they are very brave in the field of boxing. These are the two fighters that I've realized that they have an amazing amount of bravery when they come into the ring. You know, it looks like they've never known the word fear in their lives. So I want to focus first on the strengths that Daniel Dubois has. Without any hesitation, he is a hard puncher. He is also an aggressive fighter. He believes in coming forward all the time. He is not a kind of fighter who believes in fighting going back, but he believes in going forward whenever he fights. One other thing to notice is that he always comes into the ring with that superb physical conditioning. So you can see he dedicates himself so well at the gym. He's one fighter that is not going to come, with any hesitation. Just like fighters we had previously, like Marvin Hagler, Evander Holyfield, he's like one of those fighters who are always ready to fight, who always come to the ring with superb physical conditioning. Another important factor to note about him is that he has staying power as well. So these are the obvious advantages that Daniel Dubois has as the heavyweight champion. Now I want to focus on his weaknesses. Every boxer, no matter how good they may look, but if you analyze them critically, you will realize that they do have some weaknesses here and there. For Daniel Dubois, his footwork is questionable. Another thing I've noted with him is his defense. He is not very good in defending himself. He allows unnecessary punches to land on his face. I think it goes hand in hand with him being so brave that he's not afraid of taking a punch. But sometimes that can be detrimental as well, because if you are faced with a hard puncher, no matter how strong you are, if they land that one big punch, you may go down. Another mistake that he makes, that so many boxers make as well, is to come open when they attack. Another weakness that I've noted with him as well is that even though he carries a big punch, he has slow hand movement. He's not as fast as other heavyweights like Mike Tyson, who will throw a number of punches in one combination. Now I want to focus on Joseph Parker and look at his advantages in the ring. The advantages that he brings into the ring, one of them is that he is a brave fighter. He believes in himself so much, and he is also an aggressive fighter. He comes forward. He believes in coming forward, in fighting forward, not retreating. One other thing with Joseph Parker is that he comes into the ring with that superb physical conditioning. So whenever he fights, he is amazing because he brings in attributes that you do not expect of a fighter like him. He also has tremendous staying power. He can fight through the entire 12 rounds without showing any signs of fatigue. Another thing I like about Joseph Parker is that he has quick hand speed. He is a fighter that will throw a number of punches in one combination, especially if he has caught you with a big punch and you are staggering. He is a good finisher. Now, having said all of that, let us now focus on his weaknesses. His footwork is questionable. He doesn't move as fast as you would expect him to. And I think the reason behind that, he's so brave. He believes in coming forward all the time. His defense also is not so good. He takes unnecessary punches because he believes in attacking and throwing punches without considering that some punches will come his own way. So while he's trading punches, he makes a mistake of opening up himself for punches to land on his face unnecessarily. So his defense strategy is on the poor side. And he also makes this mistake that most boxers make. Whenever they attack, they leave themselves wide open for a counterpunch. Now, having analyzed these two great champions, we've looked at their strengths, we've looked at their weaknesses. Now, let us see who has the edge over the other in case they come into the ring one day, because I do believe that there is a potential that one day these two fighters will be matched to fight for a big title. When it comes to winning the fight on points, I will pick up Joseph Parker because of the quick hand speed. But at the same time, having said that, I believe that he also has the potential to win the fight by way of technical knockout. That is, he throws a number of punches that can cause the referee to jump in and stop the fight. Meanwhile, Daniel Dubois also has an advantage over Joseph Parker in the sense that if he catches him with that one big punch, that will be lights out for Joseph Parker. And I do believe that if he can catch Parker with a big punch, Parker won't be able to recover quickly from that punch. And Daniel Dubois is a good finisher himself as well. So he will be able to finish up the job he will have already started. So I will leave it up to you to tell me who has the advantage over the other, but I do not really know exactly who I can say will win this fight because they both have advantages and disadvantages over the other.